Hey everybody, welcome back to Illiterate Book Club. I am Matt.
I'm John.
And this is going to be our review of Sonic.
The Hedgehog.
Yes.
Not the other Sonic.
Like the food place. We're not reviewing food on this channel. Just saying.
What a weird place to take it. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so what do you think?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It's a good kids movie. It is a kids family movie.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. It's obviously not supposed to be some kind of like high drama.
It's not.
I mean, it's kind of drama.
It's kind of, there's a diabolical robot person chasing a Sonic alien hedgehog.
That's true. But anyway.
Yes, okay.
Let's talk about the highlights of this thing.
We're obviously
tired.
And delusional.
Yeah. So, okay.
Highlights are it's heartwarming. It's comedic. It's fun overall. Yeah. I don't know if I had high expectations going in, but I guess I had hope.
Video game movies are notorious for being like either kind of good, or really good, or just like the most awful thing you've seen.
I don't know which one has been really good.
Yeah, that's the depends on who you ask.
All right, your Resident Evil over here? No.
I didn't say that was the one that was really good.
Was it?
You're thinking Tomb Raider.
No. Anyways. So yeah, I think it was one of the better video game movies.
It was fun. It was, like you said, heartwarming. It is a kids movie. But it did hit all the nice highlights if you're a Sonic fan from especially the old games.
It definitely played in the nostalgia in an appropriate manner. It wasn't like overdone.
Threw in all those little tidbits that you would remember from the games, like him like waiting, tapping his foot.
Yeah.
Did that a lot. You have him doing super fast.
Yeah.
They did do a couple of things that has now become standard with. Now apparently we have so many speedsters in the movie universes, right? That we have the standard shot, which is cool. In which the speedster moves at super speed, and everyone else just freezes while they like manipulate the environment. And there's usually a song.
The Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver in the X-Men was really the first, I think, to establish that really well. Right. But then you also, I think, did they do it with Flash any?
I think they have now. Yeah, they did
and stuff
Flash,
like that.
So that was a cool element. I almost felt like they might have relied on it a little too much.
They did it more than once.
Yeah. Usually one time is the thing,
but
it was.
They didn't do too much though. I mean, the second time was pretty short, and then they just kind of bolted into the next scene, so to speak.
Yeah. So I mean that was overall good. I think one of my worries going into it, before we go too off, we're talking about the different kind of nostalgia plays. There is a reference to Dumb and Dumber. I don't know if you caught it.
Yeah, the hat.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you see it, you'll know it. It's early on. Right.
So,
I mean, if you don't know the hat from Dumb and Dumber, then you won't get it anyway.
Yeah. So that was good. But then, but leading into that, from the commercials, one of my worries was Jim Carrey. It just seemed the way he was playing it.
So, of course, we've had Sonic cartoons. Okay. And we've had other things to show Doctor Robotnik. Yeah. And so, the Jim Carrey is a really great actor, and his comedic roles are notorious for his very animated style of acting, very cartoony. Yeah. And so, that's nothing against him. That is what he does really well. Right. And so, I can see that. Like, that character isn't in, like, goofy. Right. In other portrayals.
But honestly, in the movie, it worked. It worked.
It wasn't over. It was over the top, but in the right kind of way.
Right. It wasn't over the top and obnoxious or cheesy.
Right. I mean, he definitely was playing a very specific type of villain, and kind of making a nod towards the sort of like that sort of trope of the over-intelligent villain who just thinks knows they're smarter than everybody else. Yeah. And so, like, that's a big part of his dialogue. Is making sure that everyone knows that he knows how smart he is.
He definitely had some good moments. I mean, I'm kind of feel like I'm being nitpicky to find too much wrong with it. I do feel like it was slow at elements.
There was a couple spots. There was some scenes that were very generic. Not really. I mean, you were playing on sort of Sonic had that reputation back in the day of being like the bad boy of kids' video games. Yeah. And so they kind of played up those things, but not in a really super specific way, just kind of a generic, oh, we're going to throw this in. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, it's a fun movie. It wasn't really that long. It didn't feel that long to me. No, it didn't, and it was an appropriate amount of time for what it was. Yeah, and so there was some good laughs, good acting, I think, all around by those who were in it. It did have some tropes and generic parts. At the same time, I felt like it subverted some of those really fast. Yeah. Like, it didn't feel like it leaned into them too much. Played some with it. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess there's nothing more than just to rank this thing. To me, this kind of is my neutral spot. Like, I'm going to give it maybe a 5. Okay, yeah. I mean, I consider maybe 4.5, but I don't think poorly of it. It's a fun movie to watch. Nothing I would consider amazing. Yeah, and I'm kind of with you on that. I'm kind of taking it just in my mind of not necessarily just off of my enjoyment, but also thinking about maybe the audience it's more playing to. Right. And so if 12-year-old me was watching this movie, he would be in love with it. So with that being in mind, I'll bump it up slightly and I'll give it a 6. Right. So it's a solid Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, if you got kids, go take them to see it. Most kids will love this movie. If you're a Sonic fan, nostalgia, you'll like it too. I mean, it's one of those movies. The effects actually were really good. Yeah, I mean that's something we didn't really talk about. The cinematography and the special effects in this movie were decent. I mean, a lot of people made a stink about the original release of what Sonic was supposed to look like, and I think they did really smart to actually go back and listen to the fans. And the way that the changes they made were good enough, and I think the way they portrayed him in 3 dimensions was about as good as you could get. For sure. I'm with you 100%. So, yeah. What do you guys think of the movie? If you saw it, drop in the comment section below. Let us know. Maybe kind of keep it spoiler-free, but I don't know if it really matters too much for a Sonic movie. No, yeah. But, yeah, just let us know. Be sure to like and subscribe, and peace. See you next time.